This is WRAL News.
So tonight's stories, Congressman David Price has introduced a bill today to open part of the federal government during the shutdown. The bill would reopen Department of Transportation and Housing and Urban Development. Price said that this would help people who need the services of these departments as well as the employees of said departments. The Senate has approved a similar measure.
A Chapel Hill firefighter has been suspended without pay. 53-year-old Jamie Pelosi was arrested. He's charged with disseminating pornography to minors under the age of 16. He is out of jail on a $45,000 bond. The Chapel Hill Fire Department is conducting an administrative investigation. The SBI is assisting police with the criminal investigation. Law enforcement saw a significant drop in DWI arrests during the 2018 holiday Booze It and Lose It campaign. Over the 3 weeks, 2,029 people were arrested for DWI. That's down 500 arrests from 2017. The campaign ran December 14th through January 2nd.
And the North Carolina State Department of Transportation updated its 10-year master plan, and more than 50 road projects in our area have made the cut. Some of the high-profile projects include widening 15501 in Moore County and Pinehurst, upgrading parts of US 117 in Wayne County, and converting part of I-40 into a managed freeway in Durham and Wake counties. Connecting I-40 and I-95 in Cumberland and Sampson counties are also on there, as well as widening roads, in Johnston and Edgecombe counties. And you still have about 1 week to weigh in on the new master plan for famed Dorothea Dix Park. Raleigh city leaders want to turn it into a destination park for newcomers to visit. For months, they've been getting feedback to find out what people want. The city is taking public comments through the 18th.
The moment businesses across the Triangle have been waiting for is happening right now. The WRAL.com Voters' Choice Awards are underway. Micaiah Thurman is hosting the event at the State View Hotel. The ceremony started at 6. We'll post the winners on WRAL.com as soon as the event is over.
And that's all for tonight's news stories. We're going to toss it over to the weather.
Good evening. Over here in Raleigh in the Greensboro area, it's been a very cold day today. Throughout Saturday, we're going to get a lot of rain coming into the Raleigh-Durham area. And as we move on through to Sunday evening, there will be a lot of snow coming into the Greensboro area. As we move on into the later parts of Sunday evening, Greensboro will be getting a mixture of some wintry mixed right in about here. And then as we move on into Monday, we'll become a little bit drier in Greensboro and the Raleigh-Durham area. And as we move on into Monday noonish time, Greensboro will be becoming more prone to some snow flurries. And as we move on into Monday, everything will be a little bit dry. And now we move on to the 7-day forecast. Over here on Friday, it'll be 28 degrees. It'll be very cold. And as we move on into the latter parts, we'll go back to the 7-day forecast. As we move on into the latter parts of the week, we will get into a little bit highs into the 50s. And that's all we have for weather today. Now back to the desk.
Now we're going to look at the local sports for this week.
The longest winning streak since the season they hosted the Stanley Cup. That's what's at stake for the Hurricanes tonight. Carolina gunning for a 6th win in a row tonight in Tampa Bay. This one may be the toughest bunch to pull off. The Lightning, the best team in the NHL record-wise and virtually untouchable at home. 18-4 inside Amalie Arena. Peter Marks gets the start in the net puck drop in about an hour's time. Draft day for the defending champions of NWSL, the North Carolina Courage, adding 4 in total, including first-round selections, the first Leah Pert, a forward from Southern Cal, who net 12 goals for the Trojans last year. Pert goes pick 5. Haley Harbison gets taken 4 spots later. She's a highly touted midfielder from Pepperdine.
And thank you guys for tuning in. That's all we've got tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. or whenever the news starts.